So Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yoshai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yoshai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yoshai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums in the four kind of the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening, I want to do a commentary on this article. Right, it's from RT News, and this was published on the 19th of May 2018. It said, "Peace is beyond reach of ordinary people. 97-year-old Palestinian recalled the conflict." Right, so it's not gonna be no peace in the land because you Palestinian, which is the so-called Arabs, and you so-called Jewish people, which is Edomite, which is the tribe of Amalek, you are imposters, right? And the Most High can destroy you people because you people take that land by force and by violence. That is not your land, right? That's the Most High land, and that's the home of the Hebrew Israelite, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. And this is your recompense. The Most High gonna destroy you to these two nations, right? It's a demonstrator hold a sign with a Palestinian and Israeli flag during the demonstration by Palestinian and Israel activists calling for a better future for both people in the west bank of the city of Bethlehem. He said with the bloody Israel-Palestinian conflict raging for decades, Mahmoud J. Dalal, right, if I'm pronouncing it right, recall how the tension between the two nations over the land and holy site spiral into war, forced displacement, and eviction. Yeah, because the Most High see gonna recompense you devils the way you do. Because you so-called Arabs sell the children of Israel into slavery. They sell them to the Edom. The Edom is the so-called white race. So this is your recompense. This is how the Most High pay y'all back for your wickedness. Y'all being judged for your wickedness, right? This way y'all being judged for your wickedness, right? Um, this is Amos chapter 1 verse 6, right? He said, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for three transgression of Gaza." Right now, who dwell in Gaza? You Palestinians. You dwell in the land of the Hebrew Israelites, right? He said, "And for four I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carry away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom." Right? And when this happened, let me get it. When that happened, so this is your recompense. This is your recompense, right? And start from verse 1 and I'm gonna skip down because the captivity is Judah, right? This is Judah, which is comprised of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you so-called Negroes, right? It's Joel 3 and 1, he said, "For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," right? Which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you so-called Negroes in North America and in the West Indies, and who scattered the four corners of the earth, right? I'm gonna jump down to verse I'm gonna jump down. Matter of fact, let me read through it. "And I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, the place of judgment, which is in the Middle East. All these nations, the Most High can bring them to judge them, the armies, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." Yeah, Most High people is Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, who they have scattered among the nation and parted my land. So you are part of the Most High land, right? You are covered the Most High land. So this is your crime that you're paying for, you Palestinian and you so-called Jewish people, you Israelis. This is the crime that you're paying for, right? You sell the children, you sell the children of Israel, you sell Judah unto the Grecians. So you're paying for your sins, and you so-called white people gotta pay for your sins too. Now it's the Most High recompensing your devils, right? Verse 3, "And they have cast a lot for my people, and they have given a boy for a harlot." right? A lot of boys, you break out, you wicked devils, right? And sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, you Hamites, you Africans, so-called Africans, Tyre and Zidon, and the whole coast of Palestine, you Arabs, you gotta pay. Y'all gotta pay for the crime that y'all did. Will he render me a recompense? And if he recompense me, swiftly and speedy will I return your recompense upon your own head. We all don't understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is a jealous power. And the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the Most High wife. Because we married to the Most High through a covenant. So you touch a man's wife. Yeah, you touch a man's wife and you spoil the man's wife. So Yahweh Bashim Yahshua bringing judgment on you, wicked ass nation. Right? There's a recompense, right? Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried it into your temple, my godly pleasant things. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem is your so-called Negroes, West Indian and Asian, and who scattered in the four corners of the earth, right? They were taken from Jerusalem, right? Have he sold unto the Grecian? Yeah, sold them unto the Grecian, you Arabs and you Africans. You sold us unto the Grecian, which is you Edomites. So y'all gotta pay for this crime. Y'all gotta pay, right? He said, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecian, that they might remove them far from their border, right? Remove far from our border. This way y'all do, right? This way y'all do. Y'all remove us far from our border. That's why the Most I say in Amos 1 and 6, he said, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgression of Gaza, you Palestinians, you Arabs, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carry away the captive, the whole captivity, to deliver them up to Edom. So you Arabs and you Africans deliver us up to the Edom, which is the so-called white man. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palace thereof. And this will be seen right now. The Most High can destroy you Arabs, right? And you are going into slavery, right? And you so-called Jewish people, you so-called white people, you are going into slavery. He said, and I will cut off the inhabitant of Ashdod, right? The inhabitant who inhabited Ashdod right now, you so-called Palestinians, and you so-called Israeli people, you the tribe of Amalek, which is you are the Edomites, you are the devil, and I will cut off the inhabitant of Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter for Ashkelon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Palestinians shall perish, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. So you people are gonna perish. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgression of Tyrus, you Africans, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they deliver up the whole captivity to Edom. You Africans sell the Israelites to the Edomites, which is the so-called white people, and remember not the brotherly covenant, right? Because once we was dealing good with the so-called Africans and trading in these things, right? He said, but I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palace thereof. And that's why you see all this calamity in Africa, all this suffering. The Most High repay y'all. Verse 11, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgression of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof. So you Edomites gonna be judged too, right? Because he pursued his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity. So you coons out there who try to make this so-called white man, have pity or have peace on you. He don't have that. He wasn't created to be pitiful towards you or to show pity. He was created to be the devil, right? He being a perfect devil, right? And did cast off all pity. So this man don't show no pity. This man have no pity in him. And his anger did tear perpetually. So he can continue on and on. This is why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua come and destroy this devil. Because he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop being unmerciful. He's not gonna stop going and take people take with violence by violence. He's not gonna stop. And he kept his wrath forever. So you devils gotta pay. And that's why we see all this commotion in the Middle East, especially in Israel and Syria and all these places, because you devils gotta pay for what you did. Right? You devil paying for what you do. Right? You devils paying for what you do. So they got no peace day. Because you are imposters. Right? You devils are imposters. Right? This is Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power, surely in my fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathens and against all Idumeans. So you Palestinians and Idumea, which is you Edomites, you so-called Israeli, you devil, usually head tribe of the Edomites, the Amalek, right? Most are gonna destroy y'all, which have appointed my land. This is the Most High land. That is the Most High land. The land of Jerusalem is the Most High land, right? Let me get a quick precept, right? The Most High choose that land to set His name there. So you are covered the Most High land, right? The Second Chronicles, right? You are covered the Most High land, right? This is Second Chronicles chapter 6 verse 6. But I have chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there, and have chosen David to be over my people Israel. So this is the Most High land, right? And you devils take the Most High land, right? So he said, what can Ezekiel 36:5? Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which is you Palestinians, you Arabs, and you Idumea, you so-called Israeli people, you devil, the so-called white man, the house of Satan, which have appointed my land in their possession. The Most High land is Jerusalem, Israel. That's the Most High land, which they with the joy of all their heart and with this beautiful mind to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, right, unto the hills, unto the river, unto the valley, thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power, behold, I have spoken in the fire of my jealousy. So like I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian have borne the shame of the heathens. You be gotta take our land and the claiming to act like they are the people of that land, right? That's how they're acting like they are the people of that land. So the Most High bringing judgment on these wicked nation. Now is the time for your recompense, right? Now is the time for your recompense, right? Let me go back to this article. Let me see if I can run this video.
The number of Palestinians killed or injured in those rallies is horrifying. Most of them are civilians who have nothing to do with any military organization. They just want justice and to return to their ancestral lands, which are occupied by Israel. They want the world to know about their...
Here they say the ancestors' land. The ancestors' land. There's a lie. The land belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the Hebrew Israelites, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos and Native American Indians. That's why the Most High gonna destroy you Arabs. The Most High gonna destroy you so-called white people. The Most High gonna destroy you so-called African. Are you hidden nation? The Most High gonna destroy.
Fight for justice. The protesters were unarmed. If the Israeli army had not reacted so disproportionately, there could have been some form of agreement. People would have just gone home. All the decisions on the Palestinian problem were made long ago and are enshrined in UN resolutions. If Israel agrees to comply with them, there will be peace in Palestine.
They're gonna only be peace when the true inhabitants return back to the land. That's the only way we can get peace in that land. Right? Right now is imposters in that land. Right? That's the only way we're gonna get peace. Right? That's the only way when the true inhabitants return back to the land. Right? You got Isaiah 14:1. Right? When the true inhabitants return back to the land. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It said, For behold, Salaki, for the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, will have mercy upon Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. Own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The stranger is the Israelite foreigners. Right? The stranger speaking about the Israelite foreigners. Right? He said, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for a servant and handmaid, slave. We're going to possess these nations for slaves. And this you nation rightful lot. You are perpetual servant to us. Right? And the land of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is Jerusalem. Right? The land of Israel. There's the Most High land. We just read it in Second Chronicles 6:6, right? He said, and they shall take them captive, and they, the Israelites, shall take them captive. Who captive they were? So we're gonna take our oppressor captives, and they shall rule over the oppressor. We're gonna rule over you Arabs. You're gonna rule over you so-called white people, you Africans, you Chinese, you Assyria. We're gonna rule over you heathen nation. Right? Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. When the true inhabitants of the land, we're gonna have rest. Right? Just like in the days of King Solomon, 40 years of peace, because there was a true inhabitant that we can be ruling in righteousness. We can be walking in the law, statutes, and commandment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua perfectly. Right? Because the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai would the God Jesus, He's gonna be king on the earth. And He's gonna rule. Right? Verse 3. He said, and it shall come, Salaki, and it shall come to pass in that day, Salaki, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Which one of these Palestinian so-called Arab, or which one of these so-called Israelis, these Jewish so-called rat, right? These Edomites, which hard bondage they serve? When was they in captivity? When were they common slave ship are sold to these sold around the globe to be slave? When did that happen? Y'all are imposters. You are not the right inhabitant of the land. That's why the land spewing y'all out. The most High recompensing y'all wicked deeds on y'all head right now. Right? It said verse 4. He said that thou shalt take up the parable, Salaki, verse 3, and it shall come to pass, read back verse 3 again, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast served. So when the true Israelites look back into the land, we're gonna be at rest, right? We're gonna be at rest, right? Let me read this one in Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 6. He said, in that day will I make the governor of Judah like an heart of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in the sheaf, and they shall devour all people round about. Yo, we gonna rule over you nations on the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is used to called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Jerusalem is a people before a place, right? Let me get a quick precept to back up what I'm saying. Jerusalem is used to called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, right? You are Jerusalem, right? Right? You are Jerusalem, right? This is Ezekiel 5 and 5. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Power. This is Jerusalem. I have set in the midst of the nation. So how he set within the midst of the nation, he scattered we among these heathen nations. He scattered you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian among these heathen nations. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Power. This is Jerusalem, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. I have set in the midst of the nation and countries that are round about her, right? So back in Zechariah, right, Zechariah chapter 12 verse 6. In that day will I make the governor of Judah like an heart of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in the sheaf, and they shall devour all the people round about on the right hand and on the left hand, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again. Right? You so-called Negroes, Latin, Native American Indian, we're gonna be back in our own land, Father's willing, right? In her own place, even in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, there's our homeland, right? There's our homeland. And when we dwell in land, it not gonna no war. It gonna be at peace. When we dwell in that land, there not gonna be no war. They're gonna be at peace, right? So you Palestinians, them you can't. Y'all don't got no peace again in the land. You and the Israelis, y'all have no peace. The Most High gonna destroy y'all, right? This is Isaiah 2 and 1. It said, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Right? He said, and it shall come to pass in the last days, and we in that day. This is prophecy, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai house, which is Jerusalem, shall be established in the top of the mountain. A top mountain represents government, right? And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall follow unto it. So you heathen nation and gotta walk in our ordinance and our statutes and commandments, which you hate. These nations hate our law, statutes, and commandments. Basically, they hate Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So you heathen nation will have to walk in our law, statutes, and commandments. We're gonna destroy all your gods and all them abominable meat we are eating, all the wickedness we are doing. Y'all gotta stop, or we gonna put y'all to death, right? Verse 3. He said, and many people shall go and say, come he, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to the house of the power of Jacob, right? The power of Jacob, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Jacob is our forefather, who name changed to Israel, right? And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his path, right? That's when the true inhabitants return to the land of Jerusalem. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, out of Jerusalem shall go forth the law, out of Zion, right? It says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai from Jerusalem, from Jerusalem. This is when the true inhabitant back in the land, they gonna be at peace. Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nation, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their sword into plowshare. So the sword will go back into our plowshare, we go back into our agriculture, farming, right? And their spear into permanent hook. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So when the children of Israel rule in the earth, the whole earth gonna be at peace. The whole earth gonna be at rest, because the righteous ruling. You understand? So this is gonna happen when the children of Israel be back in that land. When we be back in the land of Israel, we're gonna rule the whole earth. Our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, what we're gonna call Jesus, He's gonna rule the whole earth. Alongside King David, the 12 and the 144,000, they're gonna rule the whole earth in righteousness. And then we're gonna have peace. When the Hebrew Israelite are set up back as the top government in the world, in the earth, and we're gonna rule in righteousness. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, with that hope lessons edifying, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the folk and the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, shalom.